Hey guys, Trienne Topp here, leadership performance coach with Be That Create That. I'm so excited to be here with you guys today to go over our vision board planning guide. Super easy for you to use this guide to get your vision board done within an hour. Wouldn't that be crazy? You could do this on a monthly basis. You could do it quarterly. You could even do it for the year. But the most fun piece of this is getting together as a large group and really doing this retreat style and working off of each other ideas. If you're not able to do that, not a big deal. I would love to share with you guys how you can get your vision board done in under an hour using this guide. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so first of all, I'm going to make sure that I add to my screen our vision board planner, which hopefully you have already received through your email. And in your email, when you open this up, it's just going to come off of a Google Doc. You're just going to print that thing out and go ahead and get started. So first of all, this is our vision board for 2023. However, remember, you can do this monthly, you can do this quarterly, you could do this for the entire year. Now, this guide is meant to be done with a poster board and some pictures and some magazines and maybe your own handwriting. However, I'm going to be doing a workshop inside the Female Leader headquarters that is going to share how you can use this using a Canva account on canva.com that you'd be able to change regularly, putting pictures in and out, and you can either then use that vision board digitally as a background for your computer, or you can print it out and hang it on your wall like I do on a monthly basis. So let's go ahead and get started with this vision board. We think we are experiencing our reality, but we are actually experiencing our thinking. If you've heard Tony Robbins or any other influence or personal development guru, they're going to say, what you think about, you bring about. We've heard that. What you focus on, you get more of. What you give energy to gives energy to you, right? So it's all said in different ways, meaning the same thing. We think we are experiencing some sort of reality, but we're really experiencing the things that we are thinking and bringing those out of our mind into focus. So you're going to begin on page 2 by journaling what you want and just kind of see what comes out. But before you get to that, you want to gather some supplies. So you need like 5 to 10 magazines, a pair of scissors, a glue stick, some double-sided tape if you choose, pictures, quote cards, and you can either use a large poster board or you can use like a foam board. I got a package of 25 off of Amazon that were about the size of half of a poster board that we were able to use in a group setting. So here you want to grab a snack. You're going to get your favorite beverage. You're going to play some music in the background and you're going to begin looking through some of those magazines, or on the internet. You can use Unsplash, you can use Pinterest, you can use Google Images. And you're looking for pictures that feel like they're matching your wants and your desires. And what I really want you to focus on here is that feeling part. As you find some pictures that you feel like are going to match your wants, you're going to cut those things out. You're going to print them out. You're going to keep them in a stack on your table. One of the things that I like to do is in the center of my board, in my core, in my center, I call my home base. I'm going to make sure that I put either a picture of my family, a quote that's really important to me, or maybe a picture of me just feeling at my highest confidence, because this really is going to be the center of my vision, right? That person or that feeling that I'm wanting to become. So then you're going to work from the center to the outside in some different categories. And I'll give you in this guide, you might have already seen it, some different categories that you can work off of. So in between those categories, you're going to leave yourself a little bit of blank space so that you can take that board. And at first it might feel a little chaotic, but as you start to really hone in on the things that you want to bring into your life, you're really starting to feel the feelings of when you're looking at those visions, those are the things that you want to be surrounded with, right? So now you're going to take all of your pieces that you have laid out in each category. Remember, they're going to be either a quote, they're going to be a picture from a magazine, they may be a picture of you doing something, right? You're going to take those and you're going to lay them out with your glue stick or your double-sided tape, anything that's going to keep it down. And make sure that all of your categories are represented on your board. Once you've made sure that you have all your pictures in place for your different categories and it's all laid out, then you can kind of start to feel the feeling of those things that you're seeing as a whole. And you're going to be able to start putting those things down on your board. And as you lay them down on the board, I really want you to think inside, think in your mind and your body, how do I want this to come about? How will I feel when this is happening for us, to us? So maybe it's a remodel to your home. So maybe in one of your categories, it's your home or where you're living, and you think to yourself, I would really like to remodel maybe my bedroom. I'd like that to be a more zen space, or I would just like the colors to be different. If you have a section on there, a category specifically for your home, then maybe the pictures that you're putting down, really understand how you would feel when you walked into that room in those colors that you've decided that you want to be in that room. Maybe if you have a space in career, if it's something that you want to work from home, maybe you find a picture of a home workspace that would be ideal for you, or maybe an office space. Maybe your office has a window overlooking like a lake or overlooking a city. However you want to show up in that type of career or life, those are the pictures that you're going to want to put into that category. Gratitude is our greatest place of healing and receiving. So while we are being very grateful for what is, we also want to show that gratitude for what we're creating and really think about, how is this piece going to be something that's going to improve my life? So as we're putting those pictures down, you're thinking to yourself, having this into my life, this is how it feels. I'm so grateful and thankful to be able to have this opportunity to do this, or to have this, or to be this, or to be involved. Whatever that feeling is for you. Once your board is finished, this is a super important piece of this. You are going to put it in an area that you're going to see every single day. Each time you see it, look at it specifically. Maybe there's a specific category that you're looking at. And I would love for you to say to yourself with a feeling of, it's already done. So again, if we're going back to that career space, maybe you have on your board, like I had on my first board, this is how I want to feel when I'm going to work, how confident that I want to dress, how I want to approach a meeting or approach going into work, or myself as a businesswoman. So I had pictures on there that I felt were the type of fashion that I wanted to have at the time. So when I looked at those pictures, I would act as if, think as if, give gratitude for that polished, put together, confident, self-assured, calm businesswoman that I was seeing in those pictures. So as you're looking at them, put them in a place where you're going to be able to look at this vision board regularly and really get into the feelings of gratitude and as if it's already done. This could be your bedroom, your nightstand, your bathroom. Maybe it's in your kitchen if it's a home vision board. The other thing that I would suggest is taking the time to get into that Canva training as well, because one of the things I liked about creating my vision board on canva.com account was that I was able to put that as my desktop background and think about, how much time do we flip open our phones? So a phone background would be great too. How often are we on our computers? It's the first thing that we see in the morning when we get to work or when we sit down for work. Just to take the time to go over those goals that you have set out for yourself. What does that vision look like, right? What are you working towards? So pay attention. Pay attention to the stuff that comes up for you, because your desires are not always going to come alive in a way that you are expecting. And as they do, be very grateful for the fact that these opportunities are then coming into our life. So the first piece of this exercise is you're going to sit down and you're going to jot down, what is it that you want? You're going to ask yourself over and over and over and over till you get to the core of this. What do you want? What do you want? Your world is what you think it is, but there is also a world beyond your thinking. Don't limit yourself by saying, I would really love to travel this year to North Carolina, but I don't know how that's going to happen. That's not what we're in for here. What we're in for is placing the vision. So if you'd like to be a person who travels or a family who travels, where do you want to go this year? Why do you want to go there? What made you think of that place? How would it feel to have you be traveling with your family and seeing some of those sites that you'd like to see. Maybe one of your categories is health. Maybe you're saying to yourself, I'd love to join a gym. Oh, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Well, do you have to join a gym, or can you create a gym space in your home? So don't limit yourself here. Allow yourself to just journal. What do you want? And let the figuring out part come later. Focus on what you want and how it's going to make you feel. Here are a few categories for you guys to look at. So if you have a wealth goal, a health goal, love, family, career, faith, personal growth, and then maybe you're a person who really thrives off of mantras, one words, quotes. I'm a person who I like to set one word for my entire year and then work my different areas off of that. So maybe you have that mantra that you're going to put on here, and all of your different areas are going to be built around that, right? So one year, my word for the year was to inspire. Well, I wanted to feel inspired. I wanted to be inspiring as a leader. I wanted to do things that inspired me. I wanted to have hobbies that inspired me and motivated me, right? So you see how everything comes down to that centralized word. All right. So the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to map it out. So maybe you've only picked 4 categories around that home base core piece in the middle that you would like to focus on. So this is your space to be able to, maybe at the top it says personal growth. Well, is that going to be a number of books that you'd like to read? Is there a certain author that you love? Is there a conference you'd like to go to? So again, we're mapping this out so that then as we're looking through these magazines and pictures, we're going to be able to put some of those things on our board so that when we look at it, maybe it is a really pretty bookshelf. Maybe you're looking at and you're saying, I'd really love to have a personal library space in my home. So you have a beautiful picture of a bookcase with a bunch of different books that you love. And when you put it on your vision board space, every time you look at it, you think to yourself, I really wanted to have that library space this year. Where could I have that? What kind of books would be on it? And then as you're shopping, maybe you come across the perfect bookcase at a thrift store. Maybe you find a book that you love. Maybe a friend gives you a book. All these things are going to become happening for you so that you can then be open to looking for those opportunities. So I want to share with you again, I'm just a leadership performance coach. I help women who know that they need some sort of personal development in their lives and they're just not sure what that next step is going to be or how to get to their next level. I teach them to do it and guide them to do it confidently, personally and professionally, because we all have an impact that we want to make in the world. First thing that we have to do is make sure that we know what we want that impact to be, and then we can start putting those action steps into place. I certainly hope that this is something that has helped you today to be able to use that vision board planner guide so that when you open that up and you sit down to create that vision board, you can get into the feelings of what you really want. You can better understand where you're going for 2023, and that you always know you have somebody in your corner who's rooting for you and saying, let's go, right? All right. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and then let me know how you enjoy your guide.